I help business leaders to use technology more effectively. We're talking at the moment about innovation, and it's coming up while I'm recording this to the end of the year. It's time to be thinking about what are we going to do for next year? How are we going to change the business? What things are important? What do we want to get done? Are we still using paper-based systems? That seems to be the order of the day. Do we spend hours filing our emails into different folders? Are we embracing artificial intelligence or are we ignoring it? So there's lots of things to think about in your business because technology is not standing still and neither should you. Doesn't matter if you've got a business. Some of the companies I've worked for have started in 1500 and something. Uh, some of them only last year, but you can't stand still. If you think back to when I started my IT support company back in 2006, we didn't have the iPhone. We were still doing faxing. We didn't have like cloud accounting software. All sorts of things really, really changed. We didn't have Zoom. And as I said before, there's no excuse for not embracing this technology change other than fear and trying to find the right time to do it. So as part of your planning for next year, I want to talk about in this set of videos what kind of things you might want to think about. I've already talked about having an artificial intelligence policy, otherwise users are just going to use it. One of the things that I've shown you guys recently, if you can see the video, is you can now get Claude AI to do mind maps or flow charts. It's really good for thinking about how do I link up data? How do I link up my systems? And often I'm asked now, and this is something that I might do some more work on, how do I take my paper-based system and make it so it works for people anywhere in the world? And that's about two things. First of all, eliminating processes, and secondly, working out what the result is that you want. It's not about duplicating the process. So say, example I had today was somebody said to me, it's a bit third hand, this conversation, I wasn't involved directly. What I want to be able to do at the moment with purchase orders, I sign them off. So I was thinking about getting like e-signing so my staff can submit stuff to me and I can sign it. It's like, no, there's two things you need to do. First of all, you need to have if it's something billable and it costs less than 50, 100, whatever figure you want, pounds. I've got a template for this I can share with you if you want. Just let them go ahead and do it. If somebody needs, I don't know, some component and it costs £5 and you're going to bill the customer for it, let them go and do it. There's no problem. You don't need to take control of these minor purchasing decisions. If it costs £50,000, absolutely you're going to want to sign that off, but give people some autonomy. If they need a new power supply for their laptop or a new keyboard, just let them get on with it. There's no point you being involved in this decision. It's a waste of your time. So we want to eliminate some of these decisions so you don't have to deal with them. And then that gives you more time to concentrate on the ones that you do have to deal with. If someone wants to buy something that costs 20 grand and you're a small business, a startup, you probably want to look at that and see if that's going to be good business value. So we want to eliminate things that we don't need to be doing. So going back to this signing off of these things, once we've eliminated things we don't need to be doing, we then need a workflow for dealing with things that we do need to be doing. And there's loads of tools off the shelf that can do this, or you could develop something yourself with Zapier or one of the Microsoft tools. And there's loads of different ways of going about solving this problem. My recommendation is to use the industry standard tool, ask your competitors what they use, because almost certainly someone's already solved this problem for you. If you don't want to do that, then you could get somebody to develop that solution. And really it should form part of your kind of business workflow, ERP, CRM, whatever you want to think about it. That can be complicated, but the first thing to do is just get rid of stuff. I was listening to Elon Musk talk about this idea of eliminating stuff. He said, if I haven't eliminated too much stuff, that is 10% of it I have to put back again, then I'm not doing enough eliminating of things. Let me just turn the microphone down here. Just clipping a little bit. There we go. So talking about that, I found this video. I'll share a link with you about these guys, and they go and buy Teslas and they take them to bits to see how they're made. And what's really interesting about that is that they're talking about the new robo taxi. What they're trying to do is eliminate as many components as possible from the vehicles, because things like steering linkages, brake cables, all of this stuff adds complexity and cost. So the idea is to eventually get it more like a Matchbox car, where you mold the chassis, stick the doors on, done. And they're trying to make it's got less components. So if there's stuff you can eliminate from your business, this is a good thing to be doing. So part of your thinking over Christmas that I'd like you to be doing for your New Year's planning is, what things can I trial to eliminate from my business? I don't do faxing anymore. I was speaking to a friend of mine and he said, yeah, I've just cancelled my fax service. I've been paying every month for the last 20 something odd years, and I had no idea we were paying for it, and I haven't used it probably in at least a decade, maybe longer. So there's certainly stuff in your business that you're paying for, that you're using, that you're storing, things that you bought in the past, things that were important. I was thinking about this, that we used to do a lot of PC hardware repairs. So we bought lots of kit for that. And most of it I've gotten rid of, but we've still got some stuff, but I'm probably never going to use it. So let's eliminate that. We can give that problem to somebody else to deal with, because we're not going to be realistically repairing 5-year-old computers, because they're so inexpensive now. It's cheaper just to buy a new one. Uh, so have a look at even if you're not like kind of really geeky, have a look at like this video about eliminating components, because I think it might give you some interesting ideas about how you can go about doing it in your business. That's all I want to share with you today, but some interesting things to think about. And let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to you soon.